Welcome, this is Black Lotus, your YouTube script kiddie, and this is a shortened version of my how to web scrape to SQL database, relational SQL database, using only the built-in library in Python. So if you haven't checked out the longer version and if you want to see me actually code out bit by bit, go ahead and check that out. But in this version, I'm just going to run by the code that's already here. So as I said in the introduction, it's only using the built-in standard library of Python. I'm using request, HTML parser, and SQLite 3, as well as context manager from the context lib library to build a custom context manager for queries. The website that I did parse was PokemonDB.net, and the Pokemon/all section. This is what the HTML looks like, and the pieces that I wanted to web scrape were the headers, dex numbers, names, base stat totals, and the other stats. They were found in these tags respectively, and the attributes and the values for those attributes are shown here. I built two parsers, one to parse start tags themselves, and the other one to parse text in between start tags and end tags. I built two of them because the names were specifically in the start tags, and I had to extract that information. And this is the code for that. I inherit from HTML parser. I use super to get some of the initialization features, and then I set up my handle start tags. And then specifically for the parse tags, I set up a flag variable to mark when I wanted to what I wanted to get in between start and end tags if it was the specific tag that I got. I then went on to actually parse through for each of those specific items, and I formatted them the way that I specifically want to. So in the first box, and for names and headers, you see that I simply gave it the HTML tag. I gave it the attribute and the values that I wanted to parse for. For the dex numbers, I just parsed it directly. Same for the base totals, and then other stats, I had to format it in a specific way so that I could get each block of 6 stats for each Pokemon. After that, I built my SQLite 3 database using the variables from the headers and a little bit of a for loop that ran through each of the rows that I wanted to consider a data row. I specifically built a context manager for querying because while connect for SQLite 3 is a context manager, the cursor is not, and so I created my own context manager to combine the two, set up and tear down features while extracting the information I wanted from my SQLite 3 database. And finally, I went ahead and used my custom context manager to make queries from my database. As shown here, the first query that I made was to get all the Pokemon that started with Mega and all the stats that correlate to that. And then I gave another demonstration getting the highest HP, or the HP that was 200 or greater for each Pokemon, and then printed out the results. This has been the shortened version of my web scraping to relational database tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of it.